The sun on Moria had just begun its slow descent behind the jagged purple mountains, casting a lavender hue across the spaceport bazaar. Smells of alien spices, sizzling meats, and sweet fermentations filled the air. It was the one place in the quadrant where species of all kinds shared food and trade in peace, a rarity in the galaxy. On a cracked bench near a glowing food stall sat a young human mechanic named Raiden. His cargo jacket was oil-stained, and his hands smelled of plasma grease. In front of him sat a hot bowl of Yora noodles with fire leaf, something spicy enough to make a gravel cry. Raiden loved the burn. He had just taken his first bite when he felt it, the unmistakable sensation of being watched. He looked to his left and froze. A baby dragon, not just any dragon, a scrawny, shimmering scaled whelp with one chipped horn and massive glowing eyes. It stood half hidden behind a supply crate, eyes locked on Raiden's bowl, as if it was a treasure hoard. The tiny creature blinked slowly, then tilted its head, like asking, "Can I eat with you?" Raiden had seen dragons before, massive winged behemoths that soared above battlefields and reduced warships to slag. But this one was different. It looked tired, dirty, hungry.alone.rayde, and slowly lifted his bow and extended it slightly. A universal gesture. The baby dragon hesitated, then cautiously patted over on little clawed feet. It sniffed, let out a tiny puff of smoke, and then, to Raiden's surprise, gave a polite huff, a gesture dragons used to show gratitude. Raiden laughed softly. "You got manners, huh?" He scooted over, offering the dragon a bit of his noodles in a separate container lid. The dragon devoured it, carefully at first, then with joyful, fiery gusto. The bazaar fell silent. Beings from every corner of the galaxy stared. A human feeding a wild drakeling like it was a street cat. No collar, no leash, no fear. An elderly Cyprian merchant whispered, "Is he mad? That thing could fry a tank." Another said, "No, look, the child dragon isn't just eating. It's trusting him." A Creighton diplomat began recording, murmuring, "The human is displaying empathy, and the dragon is responding." But Raiden wasn't paying attention. He was busy watching the dragon finish its meal and curl up beside him, smoke drifting from its nose. Its eyes fluttered closed. Raiden blinked. "Wait, you're staying?" The baby dragon yawned and gently pressed its head against his boot. In that quiet moment, something stirred in the universe. By morning, the story had gone viral on every interstellar stream. Human feeds dragon whelp in public. Galaxy stunned by peaceful contact. First ever recorded moment of voluntary bonding between human and wild drakeling. Raiden woke up gradually to find himself surrounded, not by danger, but by ambassadors, news drones, and Dragon OLGISTS.1 stern-looking Tharnian scientist stepped forward. "Do you realize what you've done?" Raiden rubbed his eyes. "You gave him dinner?" The scientist blinked. "That him is Vexer of the Azure Flame lineage. He's royalty. Missing since the siege of Selthurin Prime." Raiden stared at the tiny dragon still curled at his side. "You're a prince?" The baby dragon let out a sleepy chirp and licked his hand. By galactic law, dragons never bonded outside their species, especially not with humans. The last time a human tried to tame one, a colony was reduced to ash. But Vexer chose RAYDEN.no. Ritual.no fear. Just one shared meal. Within days, Raiden's garage, once a forgotten outpost for busted haulers, became a pilgrimage site. Diplomats arrived. Researchers pleaded to observe. Some offered fortunes for the chance to speak with Vexerith. But Raiden stayed grounded. He fed the dragon, talked to him, even built a special hammock from fusion mesh so Vex could sleep above the repair station. "Why me?" you once asked aloud. Vexerith, now slightly larger and with brighter scales, answered by drawing a single glyph in Raiden's grease-stained notebook. The human translation read, "Because you didn't ask anything in return." Then came the threats. Some nobles demanded Vexorith be returned to dragon territory. Immediately, others feared a human-dragon alliance. One extremist group even tried to break into the garage at night. They never made it past the door. Vexorith, with a single growl, melted the locks and the weapons to molten puddles. You didn't hurt anyone. You didn't need to. Word spread fast. Don't touch the human. He's under draconic protection now. 6 months later, a treaty was signed. The first interstellar accord between humanity and the draconic realms. At the heart of it, not warriors, not generals, but a hungry baby dragon and a human who shared his noodles. Raiden stood beside Vexorith at the ceremony, wearing a half-clean jacket and slightly embarrassed grin. When asked what started this historic moment, he simply replied, he looked hungry. That was enough. The entire Galactic Council rose in a standing ovation. Even the dragons bowed.